Hello, fans of randomly rolled chaos! Welcome back to Frybox64 Productions. I am your hostess with the mostest, Frybox64. Anybody who tells you differently is a liar, a thief, and a bottle of pickle juice. And today we are returning to an old video concept that I, as per usual, started but never finished. I'm referring, of course, to the live stream I did a long time ago. The exact date eludes me. Where I played Stardew Valley, but the majority of my character's choices were randomly rolled. I've recently been on a Stardew Valley kick, and decided I would drag our mustachioed farmer Vessel out of hiding and flesh out her story a little more. If you want more context, go check out the Stardew Valley livestream I did. It's somewhere on this channel. Or maybe I'll link it in the description below, I haven't decided yet. So our girl, Farmer Vessel, has found herself inheriting her grandfather's property, Danielle Yonk Farm. Ta-da! She's under the curse of randomness, which means she must follow these rules. Vessel must complete all of her randomly rolled tasks, heretofore referred to as her season, week, and day goals, before she is free to do what she wants. If a daily task cannot be completed before a certain time, for example, her daily goal is visiting the blacksmith, but the blacksmith doesn't open until 9 a.m., and all of her other tasks are completed, or attempting the other tasks would put the daily task completion in jeopardy, she will be allowed to work on her farm, but must stop when the daily task can be completed. She may not speak to another townsperson, unless they are involved with one of her goals, until her tasks are completed. Unless specified via roles, for example, rolling romance for an NPC equals actively choosing correct responses that day, any dialogues or choices made will be determined by dice rolls. Petting the dog is always allowed. The curse of random rolling will be lifted when one of these endings are reached. Productive farmer. Every island of Vessel's farm and room of her house has been cleared of vegetation and converted to a commercial purpose. Full potential. Vessel has reached level 10 in all skills and embraced her career choices in each skill. Rebuilding the community. The entire community center has been restored to its former glory and all town buildings are upgraded or repaired. Friend of the animals. Vessel owns one of each type of farm animal as well as a slime hutch and a Junimo hutch. That one might be a little harder to do. Friend of the people. Vessel has reached maximum relationship potential with everyone in her socials list. This includes having at least a spouse. Kids are optional. A dream of the past. Vessel is earning a regular income of 20 to 30k gold per day, has a spouse, 2 kids, a pet, and the closest thing to a picket fence we can get around the house. Finally, the above rules will be amended if and only if an off-course action adds something interesting to her story. And with that, I bid you welcome to the first day of summer. On day 1, we had to take a second to regain our bearings. It had been a very long time since the live stream. I did complete the spring season off camera so we could start over fresh in the summer. I gave myself a little bit of leeway today to look around and figure out where Vessel was in terms of progress. After clearing out the old crops from the previous season, we took a second and determined that a hobby farm best suited her this season. That is, growing crops more for fun than for profit, while supplementing her income with quests from the townspeople and using fishing as her day job. Pierre did not open until 9, so we accepted a quest from Haley, heretofore being referred to as that Bish, or Bish confirmed. We checked our relationships, and not surprisingly, Shane is highest with 3 stars. Once we were open, we grabbed the 1 flooring option, as well as melon seeds and pepper seeds to start the farm. We got those planted and threw down the new tile flooring over my old wood floor. Doesn't it look fabulous? With time to kill until 6:30 when Sebastian comes out for a smoke break, Vessel gifted a forged grape to the wizard Rasmodeus to try and build a relationship so we could give her the quest for the Mutant Bug Lair. And then promptly learned that quest only appears after the community center is restored. So we dropped a spice berry into the summer foraging bundle to make up for the mistake, and then swooped down upon Sebastian when he emerged from his lower level workplace. Vessel spent the rest of the evening chatting with the townspeople, fishing to earn some sort of income, and reviewing the bundles to get a head start for the next day. Oh, and whacking Clint in the head with the fishing pole. Complete lack of social skills on this one's part. No income was earned that day, but hey, it's a tutorial day. Kinda like the first night of Five Nights at Freddy's. You don't really expect a whole lot to happen that day. Day 2... Yes, Vessel's dog is named Sharon Rodri. Not even the pooch can escape the effects of the random rolling curse. We started out the day by watering the chilies and the melons, reasoning that must count towards the season goal if nothing else was done that day. Then it was off to the beach to scavenge the shores for treasures! Vessel was trapped on the beach by some magic force that refused to let her leave until she had picked up everything she could and left with a full inventory. Oh yes, Alex, Vessel understands your pain only too well. That mustache. Vessel bid Alex and Bish confirmed farewell with an inventory full of fish, oysters, and glass shards, apparently, and happily dropped 3 of her beach prizes into the fish bundles, which completed the summer foraging bundle, earning herself a handsome packet of 30 free summer seeds, but adding the boiler room bundles to her workload. 1 step forward, 3 bundles backwards. Come out, Sebastian, I know you're in there. With roughly 4 hours to kill, I gave Vessel a free pass to plant her seeds, sell her wares, and work on her farm. Then it was back up the mountain to casually chop trees until Sebastian came out for a chat. With what little energy she had left, Vessel mined for resources, chatted with Linus in his tent. Again, no concept of personal boundaries this one has. And made copper bars. She made 230 gold from her sales that day. Hooray! Income! On day 3, there was apparently an earthquake during the night. But Vessel didn't have time to worry about that, nor the questionable quest given by the mayor to retrieve his shorts? What kind of a town is this? Just kidding, I know exactly what kind of town this is. Vessel tended the crops as her backups for the community center, then, as luck would have it, forged a beautiful gold star grave to set aside for the luau, assuming she'd even be able to go, depending on what her tasks next week looked like. Stuck waiting for Sebastian, we landed an iridium quality red mullet, which immediately went into the chest as an extra credit option for the luau. This is where one of the cats, in their excitement, jumped up on the end recording button and I lost a bit of footage. But nothing too terribly exciting happened. I hope. Vessel proceeded to find a lost book on the way to the mountain and spent some time fishing. Definitely not looking like a stalker at all. Nope, not our girl, Vessel. Just happened to be a coincidence that she ran into Sebastian outside by the lake. Freed from the curse's influence for the day, Vessel socialized with Seb's family, made some butterflies homeless by chopping down a tree, adding 1 more fish and some treasure to her inventory, and stopping by the saloon to say hi to all her drinking buddies. She ended the day by putting that iron ore to good use and making a couple of iron bars in the fort. Gotta get me fire going before bed! She leveled up her fishing skill to level 4, and she earned 780 gold. Good progress towards one of the many endings. Alright, on day 4, the dice decided that they really wanted Vessel to unlock the Mutant Bug Lair, which meant doubling down and working towards completing 2 bundles. Grandpa, show me the way! Back to the tree island, I got turned around! Finally, a maple tree. There we go, 1 goal for the day done. Now just gotta wait for that sweet maple syrup. Vessel made about 20 servings of basic fertilizer in preparation for the 2nd bundle. Gold Star Melon! We drained the bank account getting melon seeds for the farm. So expensive, but such delicious jelly when they're done. The only problem was my dumb butt forgot to put the fertilizer down before we planted. Back to the store to get more seeds. Vessel was almost back to the farm when it hit me. Today was Sebastian's doctor appointment, according to the wiki! Unable to get into the office while he was being examined, we slunk around the house ensuring he wasn't there before heading back and accidentally on purpose ran into him on his way home. Vainly we looked around for Jazz as it was her birthday today and I considered planting melons an acceptable bit of progress. Sadly, we did not find her. The poor little girl will have to go another year without a birthday present flower from my farm. So sad. We used the remaining time to plant the melon seeds and work on clearing one of the lower islands. She earned a measly 55 gold that day. Occasionally, I will roll a daily goal that is horribly out of season and wildly inappropriate for the game, and day 5 was that day. I got mushrooms, specifically the brown ones. Now, according to the wiki, those can only be found in the farm cave if you take the mushroom path, the secret woods in spring and fall, and very occasionally in the mines. The only option we had available was the mines, so after some fruitless fishing for the river fish bundle, Vessel replenished her energy with some victuals at the saloon and scooted up to the mines. The plan was to mine until she ran out of money or energy, my goodness, or it was time to say hello to Sebastian, whichever came first. You slimes, I'll take you all at once or one at a time. Vessel at least made a good effort of hoeing the ground in the monster room, I'll give her that. Then it was outside a little later than usual. No, Maru, I don't want to talk to you. To have a little chat with Sebastian. But it seemed he was lost. Precious was lost. But then Vessel was reminded that it was Friday. Precious was at the saloon. Oh, was that lost? So not only did we get to chat with Sebastian in a normal setting, we got to say hi to everyone else too! And quite happily, while Shane is still our only real friend at 3 Hearts, we've gained a heart with Sebastian too! Vessel finished out the day with some late night fishing on the pier for quote-unquote work. She earned 305 gold today. Day 6 dawned bright and early with storms. Heckin' storms. Vessel, I swear you are so directionally challenged! Still no maple syrup yet. Drat. Morning harvest, and then down to the beach for fishies! We decided to go for red snapper as our fish of choice, since we needed it for a bundle and for a quest for Harvey. It took some doing, but 1 load of rain-soaked laundry later, and we had 2, count 'em, 2 gold star red snapper! And a beach totem! Just because. 1 for you, Mr. Harvey, so adorably sweet and awkward. And 1 for you, Mr. Community Center. Vessel was rewarded with more warp totems! And, oh joy, more work. Well, at least the Junimos are adorable with their little bundles. So this meant Vessel had a whopping 6 hours to kill and not even a birthday to keep her busy. We started back into town when I remembered Sebastian's schedule was different on rainy days. Lo and behold, there he was on the end of the pier. With all goals completed before 3 p.m., we stopped by the library to add to the collection and try to read one of the lost books. Not her cup of tea. Cracked some geodes, made more donations to the library, collected our well-deserved cauliflower seeds, and spent the rest of the afternoon fishing. We paid the Alexes? Georges? That family a visit and did an extra credit fish drop before heading back home for some puttering around and farm maintenance. Vessel made it to level 4 in farming, getting some new crafting recipes and a +1 to hoe proficiency. She earned 879 gold today. Day 7's goal was to clear 1 space of inventory, so after tending the, hopefully, future bundle plants, Vessel carefully went through her porch chest and decided she wanted to get rid of the blue jazz flowers from last season. Instead of just selling them, we wanted to give them away to the first 2 people we met. Before we left, we crafted a preserves jar with our newly learned recipe and threw a chili into it for the death jelly slot in the bulletin board bundle. Also, I just realized Vessel literally has a black rectangle for a skirt. It's practically a sensor bar. Which makes me wonder, is she really wearing a skirt or is she running around with nothing on her lower half? Things you ponder it to in the morning. Anyway, our jazz flowers went to lucky winners Jody and Demetrius, who both really enjoyed their little gifts. To kill the 6 hours until our final conversation with Sebastian, Vessel accepted a quest from Linus and braved the bug-infested caverns for an amethyst. Ugh, 7 days into summer and I already want to set off a raid bomb in the mines. We diggy holed until Vessel's health and energy were almost shot and came out just in time to learn that Sebastian likes coming out after dark. Not so weird, I enjoy a good night run myself. We decided to treat Sebastian's mom Robin to a sweet pea and Vessel to a nice nighttime soak in the spa. That looks so good. I'm so jealous. We decided to take it easy and finish out the night with a late night viewing of The Queen of Sauce. Vessel leveled up her combat skill to level 2, which gave her more HP and a new crafting recipe. She unfortunately did not earn any gold today.